Hello, welcome to Pop Along RC, the RC car channel dedicated to RC car racing. Now, I've got a bit of a confession to make. I have made a bit of a boo-boo. So we've been super busy racing recently, and you may have seen the video on the rug races where we ran our budget touring cars, and also I have been travelling around running my new LD3. So I've recently run this at Junction 16, at Slough and at DMS Raceway. Really starting to get the hang of this car now. It's starting to come to me. This week I was making a few little changes at the front end there to try and give it a little bit more grip. But I have made a bit of a mistake, and Mark's not happy. So, here's the thing, right? The other day, I was chatting to Mark, and I said, Mark, I'm still running some really old tyres on the LD3. I want to get some new rubber, need to get some new shoes. And he said, well, order up some tyres. I said, yeah, but what ones do I get? It's a minefield out there. And he said to me, you need to get the Schumacher tyres. I went, all right. So I went on the old Tinterweb and I said, right, I've got Schumacher tyres. What ones do I need to get? He said, you need to get the cut staggers. And I was like, cut staggers, perfect. He goes, you need to get the yellow cut staggers. I said, yellow cut staggers. Yes, I've got it. He says, you've got to make sure they're the slim ones. I said, slim, yellow, cut staggers. Got it, in the basket, job's a good one. That's what I need. He said yes. I said perfect. Ordered it. Lovely jubbly. Super quick service. Tyres arrived from Schumacher. And I had to glue them. So, I thought to myself, do I need to put inserts in or do I not? And I first of all put them on the wheel with no inserts. And I was like, they don't look right. So I know, maybe I need some inserts in there. So I put some inserts in, and they still didn't look right. So then I took the inserts out, and I had another go. And I'm thinking to myself, there's something wrong with these tyres. They've given me a dodgy tyre. Anyway, I thought, well, I'll call up a friend of mine. And I said, do I need to run inserts in my cut staggers? And he said, no, you don't. So I was like, fine. I'm going to stick them on the wheels as they are. And I stuck them on the wheels, and I'm thinking to myself, this just isn't right. It doesn't look right. I'm not happy. So I called up Mark. I said, Mark. He said, yes. I said, I bought the tyres you told me to get. He said, right. And I said, but they don't look right. He goes, let me have a look. I said, here we go. He goes, yeah, they're the ones you want. They're cut staggers, right? I went, yeah. He goes, the yellow ones. I went, yeah. He goes, the slim ones. I went, yeah. He goes, the low profile ones. And I went, he never said anything about low profile tyres. So not only does Schumacher do a cut stagger in multiple colours. Now the colours represent different sort of compound of rubber. They do wide ones and slim ones. They also do low profile ones. So this tyre here is a low profile tyre. And this one here is the ones that I've bought, which, as you can see, are not low profile, so they're a little bit bigger. I don't know what to do with these now. So if anyone out there knows, when do you actually use the non-low profile tyres? I hear rumours they're good for Astro, you can run them outside. If I am running them outside, do I need to stick inserts in them, or do you just run them like this? These have got no inserts. I don't know. Have I just wasted my money getting these tyres? Because I've got a few sets, because I thought I'd bulk buy. So I've got a few sets of those, when really I should have been running the low profile ones. Anyway, I also ordered, when I ordered these, I ordered myself some Fusions. So I actually had a set of Fusions, which I took with me to DMS Racing. Now this week at DMS Racing, the track was quite challenging. And my first run out, I actually ran these tyres over here, and it was absolutely awful. I think my fastest lap was about 17 seconds. Then I switched over to the Fusions for the second round of practice, and I think I did a 16-second lap. By the time I got to the finals, I was consistently putting in 15-second laps. So I made massive gains throughout the day. Some say, Pitman Dave says, this was my best chance of ever beating Mark, and I threw it away. But hey ho, I think personally I'm still only just starting my journey with this car, and I've got plenty of opportunities in the future to beat him with a buggy. But do you know what? It was fun. I had a bit of a laugh, and there is still so much more to come from this car, but I am really warming to it. I'm starting to get the hang of it. I'm starting to make little changes to the setup, and it's helping the car to do what I want it to do. So I'm having a little bit more confidence with my setup adjustments and things like that. So really enjoying driving the LD3. I'm finding this to be like the easiest buggy I've ever driven. It's just so consistent. It does what you want it to do. And you know what? Maybe it is time I start cranking it up and getting a little bit faster. Anyway, those of you that are interested, here are the first few laps of the C final this week at DMS Racing. So here we are, the C final at DMS. Mark's starting on the 2, Carl is starting in C5. First time these two have been racing buggies in the same final, and we're all out. It's the first time. Mark gets tagged there but gets away with it, still sticks in the second spot, and then Carl now is up into the 4. All he needs to do is try and keep super close to these front guys as they start to run away up the track, because they are the faster cars. They did qualify higher. Again, driving Miss Daisy is a slower driver, but he likes to keep it consistent, keep it clean, and try and stay out of trouble. So as we get into the racing, we've got the first 4 on the track. Mark now is sitting in the first spot, and Carl is, he's just rolled it, which means he's dropped down to 5th spot. That is disappointing, but he needs to just get into a rhythm, keep it clean, and try and stay with these guys. Another little mistake there. Thing is, with this track, the white markings for the track are actually made out of wood. That's just been sort of taken down to the track, and they do send your car if you clip them. They're quite forgiving compared to the guttering, which has got like a square edge. It's got a tapered edge on it, but it will sort of launch your car and get you to roll over. Anyway, Mark now out in front. Lots of pressure there. See, there's another car hitting the pop dot there and getting launched. So where are we? Here's Mark out in front. He's got a little bit of gap now, back to 2nd place. And then here comes 3rd, Carl in 4th. And then the next 2 are in hot pursuit. Yeah, Mark was struggling through that middle section today, especially with the jump in the middle there with the little chicane. Really popped the back end of the car up, which unsettled it for the next turn. The car didn't have the track didn't have massive jumps on it, but they were quite challenging, and they just unsettled the car, and you couldn't really run the track fast anywhere. I think that's partly why Carl is as close to Mark as he is today, because it is a slightly slower track, so it sort of plays to Carl's strengths of driving slow and steady and keeping it clean. There's another mistake there. That jump was evil. It's catching so many people out throughout the day. So Mark is still out in 1st spot. Here he goes through here, nice and tight. Carl is still sitting in the 4th spot. A little mistake there is going to allow these guys to sort of catch up on him. But you know what? It was a super close race all the way to the line. We've got plenty more racing coming up on the channel very soon, so if you want to see more of this, like, subscribe, hit the old ding dong bell, and we will see you soon.